guys, T2 here, back for another TEAB'S Doctor Who mod feature showcase. This episode will be showing off Mondas. This is the home planet of the Cybermen, and as you can see, it is very snowy. The thing about Mondas in Doctor Who is that it is actually very far from any sun, so why is it so bright? Well, that's actually because I have night vision, and I'm going to show you, because it's kind of jarring, just how dark it actually is. And check this out. Bam! So, Mondas, because it is so far from any sun, it is obviously very frozen and very, very dark. And you'll see what happens if we go into survival. We are actually going to start freezing immediately, and the only way to combat it is with a fur coat. So yeah, check that out. You put on a fur coat, and you're safe. Now, you actually will not freeze to death if you're below a certain Y level, so just go very low underground. You'll be closer to the core of the planet, and thus you will get more warmth. However, on the surface, you're going to be very, very cold, and you will start taking freezing damage. You can see it'll get to a point, and then my hearts will start changing color, my movements are slowed, and check that out, I'm taking damage. Now, the obvious thing that you're going to find on Mondas is, of course, Cybermen, so already, here is one right here. This is our new series, Cyber Controller, and I believe our Cyber Controller variants actually only spawn on Mondas, so there are a bunch that are going to be a bit harder to find because they won't spawn in the overworld. But basically every Cyberman variant will spawn on Mondas. So you can see over here, our classic Mondasian 10th planet Cybermen. We have more kind of new series Cybermen. Obviously, this place is pretty dangerous. You're going to need your fur coat, and you're going to need obviously some armor along with it to defend off against the Cybermen. And you're going to need light sources, as I said. So yeah, what can you do on Mondas? Well, the biggest thing is just find structures. And you can see we have these kind of ruins scattered around of maybe some cities that existed before Mondas kind of froze and moved away from the sun. So we head inside here, and yeah, they're pretty basic. They have like mud on the floor, just cracked bricks. This one really doesn't have anything special in. However, I believe these larger ones, you can find chests in them, yes. So we break this block. It's actually not bad. It's got gold, which in the show, gold was actually lethal to Cybermen. I have not added that into the mod yet, but if I do, this chest will be very, very useful in future. We also have coffee, which is a nice drink for kind of keeping warm. And of course, spruce logs, because that is the tree that spawns here, although the trees are pretty sparse. Here we have yet another ruin. This one looks a lot more complete, and we can just go inside just like this. And it should have a very similar loot table. Yes, it sure does. So we have cobwebs, snowballs, gold again is the big thing. We have fur coats. So that's incredibly useful when you're traversing the terrain. And here I just stumbled upon one. This is one of our trees. They are extremely tall, and they do not have leaves, and they're just kind of spruce. So yeah, the trees are kind of not doing too well. They're kind of dying on Mondas. And you also have this fallen tree variant as well. So there is one last structure to find on Mondas, and to find it, we are going to need our timey-wimey detector, which will show us the various anomalies on this planet. So let's right-click. And check that out, one anomaly detected at 1000, 1000. So let's go there. Alright, so as you can see, there was a ruin at this location. This is not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is actually deep underground. So let's head under there. Check that out, something's loading in. What is this? And look at this, it's the underground city. So this was seen, or rather heard, in the audio story Spare Parts, where basically Mondasian society was moved to an underground city. So yeah, let's explore around. In the center, we actually have a spawner for a special type of Cyberman that only spawns here. This is the Cyber Rider. So these are the Cyber Riders, and yeah, as you can see, it's basically just a 10th planet Cyberman on a horse. And occasionally, around corners and kind of near houses, you actually have more spawners. So this is for more of the policemen. And around the back of some of these buildings, we do have cybermat spawners as well. So this is where you're going to encounter those naturally. So here are the cybermats, and yeah, they're just going to run after you and attack you just like any other mob, but they're pretty small and they're pretty fast. Now the main attraction in this Mondasian city is right over here. This is the hospital that was seen in World Enough in Time. And yeah, it looks pretty dang huge and pretty dang cool. So let's go in here and see what we can find. So yeah, looks pretty basic. We of course can hear Cybermen literally everywhere. But if we head in here, there's actually some new mobs. These are the patients, which are getting spawned in here. So here are the patients from World Enough in Time. These are slow and not very powerful, but these are basically the very, very first kind of prototype Cybermen. And yeah, They're pretty cool, and this is the only place you can encounter them. So check this out. We have a room in here with all of our little IV stands, and over here we have a spawner and a chest with some loot. Let's see what we can find. Oh look, diamonds, and paper, and iron, and rotten flesh. Yeah, not the best loot in the world, not as good as, say, the Scarrow City, but not bad either. But yeah, this has been my feature showcase of Mondas. I hope you all enjoyed. I've been Tebo2. Be sure to subscribe, to follow my Instagram, Tebo2at, to follow my Twitter, which is also Tebo2at, to join my Discord, and lastly, to have a nice day. Goodbye.